Live with clickorlando.com, this is News 6 at 7, getting results.
Now at 7, new hope for a town that has seen flooding woes for decades. Why the Army Corps of Engineers says historic flooding from Ian should help reveal what can ease the agony in Astor. Plus, months after a teen fell to his death, owners of the world's tallest drop tower ride say it is going to come down. What is behind their demolition decision? Good evening. This is News 6 at 7 getting results. I'm Lisa Bell. Ginger is off tonight. Also, surviving Ian surrounded by thousands of gators. A little later, how a team kept the animals and reptiles safe at Gatorland during and after Ian, and what it's going to take to reopen one of Central Florida's oldest attractions. Also right now, SpaceX is counting down at the Cape, hoping to pull off the company's third launch in 2 days. We are monitoring the SpaceX feed right now. Liftoff was just pushed back a few minutes to 7:20 tonight. If and when it happens, we will bring it to you live. But our top story remains Ian's devastating impact on Central Florida. 1 week after Ian moved out, the St. Johns River is sending even more floodwater into a local town. It's more bad news for families living in Astor, and many of them are no strangers to flooding. News 6 investigator Eric Sandoval has been covering the problem there for years. But there is hope. Researchers may finally help get results for the Lake County town on Lake George, just northwest of DeLand. Storm debris cleanup has begun in Orange County. Leaders are calling for patience as they work around the clock to pick up in some of the hardest hit areas. News 6's Brian Didlake was in the hard hit Orlo Vista neighborhood as crews got to work. Brian, thank you. During a briefing today, Orange County leaders said it will take 6 weeks to remove all the debris Ian left behind. Mayor Jerry Deming says yesterday alone they had nearly 6,000 tons of garbage and yard waste taken to the landfills. Damage estimates now top $172 million in Orange County to homes and businesses, a number that is likely to go higher. In Seminole County, part of State Road 46 remains underwater. Sky 6 was up over the Lake Harney area this morning. Homes along the lake, even though the lake crested yesterday, that area is still flooded. Sky 6 also spotted what appears to be a house on an island there. Take a look at this. It was surrounded by water near the lake. St. Johns River Water Management says it could take several weeks for the water level to drop due to the historic rain. The district sent these photos. They say water levels will continue to fluctuate as the water from Ian drains into the river. They have set up pumping equipment to help ease the emergency in Seminole. FEMA is now in the area to help families. Tomorrow they will be in Winter Springs and Altamont and Sanford this weekend. We have full information at clickorlando.com. The Army Corps of Engineers is surveying damage to Flagler County's sand dunes. Take a look at these images. The left side is what the dune looked like before Ian. On the right side is what it looks like now. There is a massive loss of sand from the dunes that help protect the crucial highway there. It will take about 2 weeks to finish assessing nearly 2.5 miles of Flagler's coast. And the damage is not just erosion. Part of the Flagler Beach Pier washed away during Ian. It was due to be replaced with a concrete structure, but work was expected to take a few years. You can keep up with Ian's aftermath at clickorlando.com. Fueling is now underway at the Cape. SpaceX is hoping to pull off their third launch in 2 days. In just minutes, an update when News 6 at 7 continues. Tom.
Those people are busy, aren't they? Busy. Busy in the tropics tonight, too. Not one, but two. Count them, 2 tropical depressions to look at. I'll be right back to pinpoint where they're going. Talk about your rain chances that are increasing at the end of the weekend.
But first, Gatorland has some good news. None of its tens of thousands of gators escaped after Ian. How a team kept the reptiles safe and what it's going to take to reopen them, that's next. As we look live at our Launch Credit Union Port Cam, we are getting results in Sanford, Umatilla, and all of Central Florida here on News 6 at 7 and our free News 6 app.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
What happened to Tonka, Hollywood's most famous chimp? His secret hiding place revealed. Next, Inside Edition.
Tonight at 7:30 on News 6.
A News 6 Plus exclusive special. Not even 24 hours after Hurricane Ian hit Central Florida, Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells took to the air to witness the damage himself. From pinpoint forecast to the devastation on the ground, he was on air throughout the night as Ian hit, and still there as Central Florida woke up to the aftermath. Watch the exclusive interview on what this means for the future of forecasting and how it will affect your community. Streaming now only on News 6 Plus.
Here's what's new with News 6, sponsored by Freedom Health. Sign up for the Pinpoint Weather newsletter to stay up to date on weather in your area. And need your news fast? Check out our new podcast, Your Florida Daily.
Your Thursday evening traffic alert: construction is back. So watch out along I-4, especially out here in the Seminole County area, east and westbound, right at 46, 46A, and the 417. A lot of construction happening here overnight and will begin to resume across Central Florida as the days continue. I'm Trooper Steve with your News 6 traffic alert. Drive safely. I'll catch you in the morning.
Live with Ginger Gadsden, Lisa Bell, weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells, and special reports from the investigators. This is News 6 at 7, getting results.
Now at 7, it is one of Central Florida's oldest attractions. Now Gatorland has survived Ian without a single gator escaping. That's the good news. A dedicated crew rode out the hurricane to protect the animals, and now Gatorland is working to reopen. News 6's Mike DeForest shows us this is far from the first calamity the family-owned park has seen in its 73 years. All right, Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells joining us now. We've been saying really all week, the best thing that could be happening for all of us right now is the weather we've been dealing with.
Stay dry.
Yes.
Stay dry. Stay dry. It's worked out so far. Let's take you over the maps tonight and talk about tomorrow. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being some kind of wonderful, tomorrow is third big fat 10 in the line.
Shocking.
Good. What's beautiful? Good stuff. Temperature's going to be right at normal or just below. Anytime you're just below normal this time of year, it feels pretty doggone good, and Lord knows we need the dry air to stay in place, so for now, it's all good. Weather story for tonight: a great dry evening on tap. It's all fine. Tomorrow, sunny and dry, and then come the weekend, rain chances start to build back, but they'll still be really low, like 20, 30%, really low. There's that daytime high I was just talking about. We hit 86 today, 1 degree below the normal, way off the record. The overnight low this morning was 64. Let's go on over the weather maps now and talk about the tropics. Here's TD13 over here in the southern Caribbean, and here's TD12. This thing is in trouble. It should dissipate overnight tonight or maybe through the day tomorrow. TD13 is on its way across the Caribbean with a date over here in Nicaragua over the course of the weekend. Here's the 5 p.m. advisory. Wind speeds were 35. But watch, they've got it blowing up to a Category 1 storm before drilling into Central America. I really believe it could be stronger than 1. It could rapidly intensify. We'll let you know. In the meantime, Ian's remnants are finally leaving us alone. No longer raining in New York or Boston or even in Maine, so it's starting to leave. Here we go, launch credit Union Camera at news time. Our temperature 75. Wind is from the east-northeast at about 8 miles per hour. Feels good. Daytona Beach at news time, the temperature is 76. Lows tonight in Central Florida, 60s all around. 63 in Kissimmee. No rain on radar tonight. Overnight low tonight in Orlando is 64. Here is
Your
tomorrow.
forecast is sponsored by Florida Lottery.
Daytime high tomorrow bounces back to 86 degrees, Saturday 86 and Sunday 85. Come look at the week ahead. We'll do 85 on Sunday with the slightest chance of rain. Monday's high 84. Lisa.
All right, Tom, thank you. 29 hours after lifting off from KSC, the Crew 5 astronauts just arrived at their new home away from home. This was the scene just before News 6 at 5 as the Crew Dragon capsule Endurance guided itself to dock at the International Space Station. The 4 members of the Crew 5 team will spend about 5 months in orbit. Leading the crew is Nicole Mann, the first Native American woman to orbit the Earth. Also on board, the first Russian cosmonaut to launch from the U.S. in 20 years, along with another NASA astronaut and a Japanese astronaut. As you can see, the hatch of the capsule opened about 30 minutes ago now to welcome the new additions. You can keep up with all things space at clickorlando.com/space. Right now, SpaceX is counting down to send up its latest Falcon 9. Here is a live look at the video feed from SpaceX along the Space Coast. This would be the company's 3rd launch in 2 days, this time sending up 2 communication satellites. Let's go ahead and listen in.
And as you just heard on the countdown, we have a hold. The launch countdown has aborted.
All right, there you go.
We are
Breaking
going to
news.
check
They
with
have
the teams to
just
see if we can get
delayed the launch. It's on a hold right now.
See if we can bring some information back to you.
Trying to determine if they still plan to launch later tonight or if this is going to be a scrub for the day. We're not hearing anything from SpaceX feed right now in terms of an update on what they plan to do the rest of the night. They were hoping to send up some communication satellites on that Falcon 9 rocket. Okay, we're going to continue to monitor this for you, and as soon as we get an update from SpaceX, we will bring it to you. We will be right back.
Join News 6 in celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. Explore the rich Hispanic and Latino culture. Todo mientras conocemos a personas que están marcando una diferencia en nuestras comunidades hispanas y latinas. Weeknights on News 6 and clickorlando.com.
Where do you go?
Insiders, of course. I mean, that's where all the news is. If you want to find out something, that's where you go.
Hey there, I'm Matt Austin. Legoland is working to help provide relief for Hurricane Ian victims. Now through Sunday, the park said it will donate $20 from every ticket sold online to the American Red Cross. Meanwhile, Legoland said it's delaying its new Pirate River Quest attraction thanks to Ian. The ride will travel through the canals of the Cypress Gardens, but the area saw record-breaking flood levels. The new pirate boat ride should open sometime next spring. Keep up with the parks on our homepage and clickorlando.com/theme parks. More than 200 baby sea turtles were brought to the Sea Turtle Healing Center at the Brevard Zoo in the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. Major weather events like hurricanes can interrupt and confuse baby sea turtles who are making their first swim to the ocean. After assessment, the healthy turtles are put into a tank with special enrichment items to allow them to comfortably float. Staff at the zoo will be caring for these turtles until the ocean conditions improve. Learn more on the News 6 Facebook page if you're interested. And here is a very good reason to watch carefully when you're stepping in or near floodwaters. This might look like just a floating pile of dirt. It's actually a living raft made up of aggressive fire ants. It's not just humans trying to get away from Ian's flooding. Even though there are layers of ants underwater to help make up the mound, the ants are just constantly moving, giving the ants at the bottom a chance to get some air. Fire ant rafts can contain up to 100,000 worker ants and can survive up to 12 days like that. For advice on how to deal with them, head to clickorlando.com/insider or facebook.com/news6. And I will see you right back here tonight at 11 o'clock.
All right, Matt, thank you. Now, right now, SpaceX is counting down to send up its latest Falcon 9 rocket, trying to send up some communication satellites tonight. We are still waiting for an update from SpaceX as to why they put that launch on hold. As soon as we hear more, we'll let you know on clickorlando.com. But the weather looked great out there.
Yeah, gotta believe it's not me. Gotta believe it's something else.
Yeah.
Let's start with weather right now and give you an idea of what's going on. Here's why I don't believe it's us. There's no radar echo to look at. All is good on live weather radar right now. We're good to go. So there won't be any scattered showers for days on end. We're talking about dry conditions helping out tonight. The overnight low is 64. Dry, cool, about 5 degrees below the norm. Tomorrow, 82 by noon. You look at that high, Lisa, 86. That's 1 degree below normal. In the extended forecast, we go 86 tomorrow, 86 Saturday, Sunday's high 85. A slight chance of rain builds back on Sunday.
All right, thanks for watching News 6 at 7. Inside Edition is next. We'll see you back here tonight at 11.